welcome, beautiful, magnificent, most precious beings. I am Sharada Devi. I am here with you for the 36 days Ritualize Your Life Challenge. And we are at day 16. Welcome everyone. We have been given another day. And today is Saturday. We are in Saturn retrograde, and maybe you also have been feeling a lot. It's a moment where we are revisiting decisions from the last 6 months, and a lot from the past can come and visit you right now. I feel a lot from the past is visiting me right now. I've been having very deep meditations. I've been spending a lot of time by myself and really tending to my heart. Om, everyone. Hello, Theo. Hello, Sheila. Hello, Amrita. Om. And so, tending to the heart in this time is the remedy, is the medicine. And today, Saturday, is a day where it's really auspicious to chant to Hanumān. So, who is Hanumān? Hanumān is the monkey god, and he's not just a monkey really. We gotta remember, it's a metaphor, and the monkey represents that which is playful. Monkeys are very playful, are very joyful, and Hanumān is so playful, so joyful, and he's also very devoted. He's very devoted to Rama. Who is Rama? Rama is the one that helps us to cross the ocean of pain and helps us to swim in the ocean, into the ocean of unconditional love. And so today, Saturday, which is the day of Shani Maharaj, which is the day of Saturn, which is the ruler of Dharma and the one that is right now very much predominant in our lives, it's a very auspicious day to chant to Hanumān. Very, very auspicious. And there are many chants to Hanumān to invoke that playfulness, to invoke that joyfulness, to invoke the devotee in us. Because when we are churning the ocean, when we are churning the unconscious, which those that are on a spiritual path, we are bringing to the conscious what is unconscious through the teachings, through changing our habits, through the initiation of these mantras, of these steps of how we are ritualizing our life. And so it's very important to be alone, take time to be with the heart, tend to the heart, and at the same time embrace the joyfulness. Like, can I joyfully, can I lovingly, can I playfully embrace the unconscious? Can I play and invite that part in me that is hurt and sad and disappointed, whatever that part is feeling? Can I invite it to come and play with me? And so Hanumān helps us to embrace these parts and to invoke the devotee in us, like the one that is not giving up, the one that just stays with the process, even though it's difficult, even though it's challenging. We're going to stay with it, like it requires this Hanumān heart, this strength. Hanumān is also very, very strong, like he's a monkey. So it's Hanumān. He's actually half monkey, half human, but he's God. And he's very strong. And so that strength that we are also required to stay with our Ritualize Your Life challenge and to stay with the discomfort. Like, I'm experiencing also some discomfort here. I'm in a yurt, which I love in so many ways, but there's a lot of wind. A lot of wind. And so it stirs up my vata. For those that know about Ayurveda, the vata is the air, and it brings up a lot of emotions additionally, and it can also bring some lightheadedness. It can bring up anxiety, it can bring up restlessness. And so how I'm managing that is by honoring the god of air. The father of Hanumān is Vayu. He's the son of the air. And so really kind of talking to the air and appreciating the air. It's like, okay, I know this is how Goddess is in the form of air. And also recognizing that if I would be in the Sahara, where it's so hot, I would really love the air. I would really appreciate the air. And so also inviting it, okay, you're here now, and embracing this challenge, and then bring into my arms what is coming up, like the anxiety or some stress. So I'm like, like this kind of feeling. So I'm being with that, and I chant a lot to Hanumān actually right now. And I also drink a lot of ashwagandha. It's a root in Ayurveda that I'm mixing with vegan milk, and I'm adding ghee and some honey. That's very calming and soothing for the nervous system. So, and I'm very playful with this situation, like laughing at the whole situation. And so basically, that's what I want to do with you before we're going, or as an initiation, as a beginning prayer of our day 16, dedicated to our Ritualize Your Life challenge. And you see, I'm all dressed up because it's the day of ornaments and jewelry as goddess, sacred being. So I invite you to chant after me. This is a bhajan. A bhajan is a song. It's different from a mantra, and it goes like this. I can hear the strong wind. Like it's strong. Yes, you can hear it. So this is Hanumān. This is Vayu. And so it has been incredibly windy here in Sydney also. Okay, so the wind, it's not only here in Portugal, it's also in Sydney. And I know that actually the weather has been changing drastically in so many countries. It's where it's usually cold, it's hotter now. Where it's usually hot, it's colder. The climate is really being affected, as we know. We are in very dense times, and so our sadhanas, our spiritual discipline, our devotion is very important to really, like my teacher would say, like to stay in the green room of devotion. So to really stay in devotion, like to be in devotion, in surrender to all the facts we cannot change, because like the weather outside, it's just an excuse really. And it's very easy to project our problems onto the weather outside, and really like has nothing to do with the weather outside. This is just bringing up what is already inside of us, or already there in us, and is now ready to come to the surface. So, and chanting helps a lot. Like chanting is a tool, a devotional tool, like using the voice, expressing the sound, and really chanting from your heart, chanting from your solar plexus, chanting from your gut, chanting from your genitals. Like even in modern science now, they talk about the vagus nerve and how it activates, like when we chant, and how this vagus nerve, the main nerve, is going through the throat, through the heart, all the way down into our cervix, and this vibration activates that parasympathetic nervous system, like the rest and digest. And so we're, through the chanting, through the vibration, activating that part of the nervous system that helps us to rest, to come into coolness. And I don't really need the wisdom of the science to know that. I have started to chant 15 years ago, longer, and just doing it, I saw the immediate result of chanting, how it has helped me to overcome some of the most painful, challenging times in my life. So, like the yogis, they always knew. We can follow the Veda, and it has been given to us. And so this ancient body of knowledge is given to us, and it has worked for eons. So just using it is the proof itself that it works, right? So let's chant to Hanumān. Hanumān ki jai. And so you see also in this, before we're going to go into, there's also a mudra gesture that goes with Hanumān. So you see Hanumān, he has here the mudra like this, like he holds his heart, and then he opened the hearts. Like he opened the heart. And if you go online and you check Hanumān, there are many photos of Hanumān, but one of the Hanumān photos is where his heart is open, and then there's Rama and Sita inside of his heart. So Rama represents the sacred masculine, the infallible father, the father that cannot fail, and Sita represents the sacred feminine, or that she who cannot fail, the infallible mother of this whole universe. We all come from mom and dad, and our first God was who? Mom and dad. Right? And so basically all our life we're seeking like this validation, this unconditional love from mom and dad in everything we do. All we want is the love of mom and dad. And so like really only Goddess can really give us the absolute validation that we seek as the child of the universe. Even if mom and dad can validate us to a high degree, unless they're wise beings, know themselves as whole and complete, they cannot fully validate us. And even if they would fully validate us, we wouldn't fully trust it, because unless they really fully validate themselves, it's very hard for us to really receive their full validation. Like they have to fully validate themselves, unconditionally love themselves, for us to really also receive that complete validation. And so really in the Veda it says only the jnani, only the yogi, only the wise person, the pandita, the wise person. Who is a wise person? It's not the one that says I am wise and I know 100 languages and I have written thousands of books. No, that's not the wise person. The wise person is the one that has no self-ignorance anymore. The one that does not have a wrong picture of him, her, or themselves. They know that they are not limited. That's the wise person. They know that they were never born. That means they're never going to die. That means they're timeless. So they are free from all fear. That's the wise person. And so a wise person has not just gained this understanding out of the blue. A wise person has dedicated their life to discovering this fact. And so unless your parents have dedicated their life to discovering that they are limitless, free from death, they are not wise. Right? They have some wisdom in many different areas, but they're not a wise person. Only the one that has really, like, whose goal in life, who have dedicated time, space to discovering this fact. Like anything in life that we want to achieve, we get to spend time with it. If you are a doctor, right? Like Nicola, who is here today, an amazing doctor and has given birth to thousands of babies, and also a very wise person I know, has studied a lot, is also a yogi. But everything we learn, we spend anything that we want to learn and become a master, we get to spend a lot of time with that, studying many hours this particular body of knowledge. If it's psychology, biology, physiology, anything, what we're studying, it only really ripens and gives its fruit when we have spent time with it. And so anything in this universe, anything that we objectify, know, is limited by time and space. Right? And so to know that which is limitless, it requires a very specific path. It's not something that we study in university, unless you're in India, and there you can actually study the limitless self in university, the Upanishads and the Vedic teachings. But often then there in India, it's not studied as for the purpose of really gaining liberation. Many people go and study in university in India to actually get a PhD in Sanskrit or to become a scholar. So then again, the goal there is different. Here, it's a very specific goal, a specific desire. I want to know myself as limitless. I don't care about the PhD. I don't care about becoming a scholar. It's not about that. Because how is it going to make me free being a scholar or having a PhD. Like, it's wonderful to have that, but that's not going to make me limitless. Right? So it's very rare people who have really understood this situation and then really taken the measure in order to discover themselves as limitless. And basically all yogis, all spiritual seekers, which we call mumukshus, that is their desire to know the limitless, to know themselves as limitless. So basically, God, Goddess, like, or Ishvara, or Devi, or Bhagavan, there's so many names for the limitless being. And basically, Hanumān is also a jnani, is also one that knows themselves as limitless. Like Rama also knows himself as limitless. So we have all these gods and goddesses in the Vedic mythology that are actually in life, and they have different duties in life, but they also have a sincere desire to know themselves as limitless while living in the world, while being a king, while being a warrior, while being a mother, while being a teacher. So in the Vedic tradition we have all these incredible stories of all these beings that are living in the world, but at the same time understand that there is more to life, more to the world, more to ourselves than what the naked eye can see. And so basically Hanumān is one of these wise people, and today is a very auspicious day to chant to him. And also tomorrow is actually another very, very auspicious day. It's the brightest full moon of the year. It's called Purnima. It's called Guru Purnima. So tomorrow on full moon, this day is dedicated to Guru. Whose Guru is the one that dispels the darkness of self-ignorance. So the Guru is the one that takes away this notion that I am limited. And so tomorrow is a day dedicated to these beings, to the truth that we are limitless, that we are whole and complete. And so we're celebrating that tomorrow. And it's also a day to celebrate any person, any being that has helped you to make choices in your life, that have supported you, that have helped you grow. All those beings that have sincere desires for you to know yourself as whole and complete and empower you as a human being and not disempower you. So it's a very special time right now. I have a very special master-mistress class tomorrow for men, women, non-binary. Everyone is welcome. Check it out. It's called Dharma and SEX Magic. It's a three sessions, a full day where I go deep into the meaning of the teachings of fullness, what is Dharma, and also to reclaiming your power through the sacred arrows. So basically, let's chant now to Hanumān with this beautiful bhajan, this song to Hanumān, and help us invoke this Hanumānness in us, this devotee, this joyfulness, and to stay with the challenging times that we may face at this moment. Hello everyone, good day. I'm very well, thank you. Will we still have the life after Dharma and SEX Magic on the day of Guru? Yes, absolutely. If we wake up, we will still have it. So you can repeat. Oh yeah, so basically I was talking about this gesture, like so. The gesture is like this. Hanumān opens his heart, like he opens his heart and has this, like, in my heart is God, Goddess, is the infallible mother and father of this whole universe. Like, I am in devotion to them. I am in devotion to it. I'm in devotion to the truth of our existence. Yeah. And so it goes like this, and then it goes like up. No, how does it go? Like this. Yeah. It opens the heart. Oh yeah. So, and then also the devotion posture. It's a devotee posture like this. It's called the Namaste Mudra or Anjali Mudra. And this mudra represents the confluence of opposites. Like, so the right and the left, or the left and the right, represents opposites. Opposites is what? Man, woman, feminine, masculine, hot, cold, young, old. We are living in a world of duality. All we can see is the duality. And so when we bring this together in this mudra, in this gesture, we're saying we're going to bring the duality together. I want to see what is really true. Like, are we really separate beings? Are you and I different from each other? And so we're bringing this gesture to the heart, and we're touching our own heart with the thumbs, like I want to be touched by you, you want to be touched by me, we touch each other's heart. And so then we lift the hands up, like we're saying, yes, I'm open my heart up to the universe, strengthening and lengthening my spine, and then I bring my hands back down, and then I open my heart, like please open my heart. Like it can be so vulnerable to open our hearts, to actually be vulnerable in front of each other, to be truthful, but that's what we want. Like I want to know you fully, and in order to know you fully, you got to show me, you got to show yourself with all that is going on in your heart, and so I also show you who I am. Like in the relative, we own up the relative being in order to be able to know the absolute being, the limitless being. So there's so much meaning in the gesture, in the mantra. So this is the gesture, the devotion, bringing opposites together, saying yes to the universe, opening, strengthening our spine, lengthening the spine, bringing the hands back, and then opening the heart. Like it also can bring the chest forward and then go a little bit back. That's really nice for the spine as well. It gives fluidity to the spine. You open it, like you're opening. And also here, you don't see it now, but I'm kind of having this fist, right? And then I'm tensing my muscles a little bit. So like I'm strong. I'm invoking this Hanumān strength. This is the gesture. And then the bhajan, you can repeat after me. So now we're going to first do the chanting and then adding the mudra, coordination. So, Veera Maruti, Veera Maruti. So this is how we do in India. I chant and then you can repeat. And then we will chant together. So, Veera Maruti, Veera Maruti. Then, Gambhira Maruti, Gambhira Maruti. Veera Maruti, Veera Maruti, Gambhira Maruti, Gambhira Maruti. So those are the two words, Veera Maruti, then Gambhira Maruti. Veera Maruti, Veera Maruti, Gambhira Maruti, Gambhira Maruti. Then the next part is Bhakta Maruti, Bhakta Maruti, Bhakta Maruti, Parama Bhakta Maruti, Parama Bhakta Maruti, Bhakta Maruti, Bhakta Maruti, Parama Bhakta Maruti, Parama Bhakta Maruti. So here we also have two words, Bhakta Maruti and Parama Bhakta Maruti. So these are in two parts. And now we add all of this with the gesture. So you can repeat after me. Veera Maruti, Veera Maruti, Gambhira Maruti, Gambhira Maruti. Bhakta Maruti, Bhakta Maruti, Parama Bhakta Maruti, Parama Bhakta Maruti. This was it. So again, Veera Maruti, Veera Maruti, Gambhira Maruti, Gambhira Maruti. Then Bhakta Maruti, Bhakta Maruti, Parama Bhakta Maruti, Parama Bhakta Maruti. So this was it. Now it was call and response, and now I'm just going to chant through, and you can just chant with me and join with the gestures. Veera Maruti, Gambhira Maruti, Veera Maruti, Gambhira Maruti, Bhakta Maruti, Parama Bhakta Maruti, Bhakta Maruti, Parama Bhakta Maruti, Veera Maruti, Gambhira Bhiramaruti, Viramaruti Gam, Bhiramaruti, Bhaktamaruti, Parama Bhaktamaruti, Bhaktamaruti, Parama Bhaktamaruti. One more time. Viramaruti Gam, Bhiramaruti, Viramaruti Gam, Bhiramaruti, Bhaktamaruti, Parama Bhaktamaruti, Bhaktamaruti, Parama Bhaktamaruti. And one more time. Viramaruti Gam, Viramaruti, Viramaruti Gam, Viramaruti, Bhaktamaruti, Parama Bhaktamaruti, Bhaktamaruti, Parama Bhaktamaruti, Viramaruti Gam, Viramaruti, Viramaruti Gam, Viramaruti Gam, Viramaruti Gam, Viramaruti Gam, Viramaruti. Hanumān ki Jai. So when I say Hanumān ki, and then we all chant out loud and say Jai. So Jai means conquer, the one that is victorious, the one that wins. That's Hanumān. Hanumān ki Jai. Like Hanumān will always conquer. And so what does that mean? Like devotion will always conquer. Your bhakti, your prayers, when we are surrendering, we will always conquer. Like conquer in the sense of we maybe don't always get what we want, like in terms of the material, but we do get what we want at the end, because what we really, really, really want is true happiness, long-lasting happiness, freedom from pain. And so then through going through this situation that might be different than what you wanted, you have the opportunity to discover that you projected your happiness, your well-being onto someone other than yourself. So now you can reclaim your power. That's what you ultimately really want, is to be a sovereign, powerful, whole and complete being. And in that sense, you will always get what you want, because what you want is yourself. Like what you really want is you. You happen to be you. You just don't know that you is what you really want. You, the limitless self. And so Hanumān helps us, like in these difficult, challenging times. Saturday is a very auspicious day. Saturday and Tuesdays is very good to chant to Hanumān. That's what the Veda says. So, we've done that. How has that been for you? I'd love to hear from you in the chat. If you like chanting, and if you can feel it in your heart or in your body. Maybe it moves in different ways. It can bring up different emotions. It can also bring up the playful being, the joyful being. Tears can suddenly just stream down. And this was now a short chant. I sometimes chant this for a long time with many repetitions. And so it's really, when you chant it for a certain time, that it will start to move usually. Right? That's when the emotions start to get in motion, and the emotions that are stuck in the body start to surface, start to be felt, and the tears can come. Magic. Hanumān is powerful. I love Hanumān Chalisa. Yes, Hanumān Chalisa is a very auspicious prayer. It's very long. You can find it on Spotify. There are many versions. I also listen to it. I love it. Beautiful. There are so many Hanumān chants out there. So I felt like this goes so well today, because we are initiating now day 16, which is dedicated to ornaments and jewelry. And ornaments and jewelry, like why do we put on ornaments and jewelry? Like I put my hat on, right? And jewelry, and we have all these different ornaments that we can play with, and I feel like that's Hanumān. Hanumān invites us to be playful and joyful, and actually like see the cosmic joke. Like we're all part of this cosmic joke, that we make things so much bigger than what they actually are. This cosmic joke that we take ourselves to be separate from each other, and the truth is we are one and the same being. So Katarina says, I love to chant. It's beautiful, this chanting. Theo, it lands very deeply. I see my sister in Hanumān. She's very cheeky, like a monkey. I'm excited to share this with her because she has a deep parent wound in her heart. The song and mudra is beautiful. Yes, share this song, to share these prayers with, and especially children also love to chant and play with Hanumān. It's so good for children to introduce them to the Vedic mythology, read them stories of Hanumān and Ganesha and Krishna. So many wonderful stories for children, for us adults. Like we need healthy heroes, healthy heroines. We didn't grow up with them, unless you did, but most people didn't in the Western world. Our heroes and heroines were Madonna and Bob Marley, Britney Spears, and so they are, in certain ways, some also they have heroic qualities, yet there are so many shadows there, and so then we imitate them. We do what they did in certain circumstances, and so they are not like considered the healthiest heroes and heroines. But the Vedic tradition, Hanumān, Ganesha, Rama, they're considered to be healthy heroes and heroines that we can look up to at difficult times. Is Hanumān similar to the trickster teaching through play? I would say so. Yes, the trickster that teaches through play. Yeah, I don't know so much about the trickster, but I would say so, as this quality of like playfulness, and at the same time, like Hanumān is also has then all these other qualities that he's also very wise, and I guess the trickster also has all this other body of knowledge under his belt. And he has these siddhis. Hanumān, we say, has these siddhis, these specific powers, that he can become bigger than the biggest and smaller than the smallest, and he can fly, and he's stronger than the strongest. He has these qualities. Yeah, they'll be shown in all the stories. So, ornaments and jewelry as goddess. And so again, like we saw yesterday in our initiation, in our clothes, like we can wear clothes in order to impress others and in order to fit into society. We can dress from a place of insecurity. We can dress from a place of I pretend to be something that I'm not, like playing a show unconsciously. Or we can dress up for the purpose of healing, for the purpose of empowerment, for the purpose of playfulness in itself, and bring out different qualities in us. And so it's the same with the ornaments and the jewelry. So in the Vedic tradition we say, like the goddess, the god, the goddess ornaments are what? The moon and the sun and all the stars. So the goddess Devi, she wears the moon and the sun and the Tara, all the stars, as her ornaments. And in the same way, like when you have ornaments, jewelry, then you can wear them again to bring out the beauty, like to bring out the sacredness that you are. And so I just wanted to share, like, because I have different pieces that were given to me, and you may also have different pieces that were given to me. And what I do is, like, I love doing rituals. Probably know that by now. And there's a specific rituals I do at my altar where I bring offerings and then do a proper puja. Like, puja is one of the rituals that I love. That's where we bring in different offerings like water and food, incense, and then we establish a relationship with a deity, with a form, so that we can relate to the formless. So in that puja, I often also bring my ornaments, like jewelry that I either have bought myself or jewelry that was given to me, and I offer this jewelry and bless the jewelry. Like, so I bless it and I charge it with this intention of strength. So like it's so beautiful when you're given, when things are given to you. Like I've been given these earrings from my students Maitreyi, and this jewelry I've been given from my dear sister Devla. They were from Venice, like, and so that also each of this jewelry, they bring out different flavors. Here I bring out like my Venetian goddess, and then this one, these snake earrings were given by my dear sister Melanie. So I bring out the transformation, like the daring. This ring was given to me by my students during the last priestess initiation training in Bali last year, which we have the new priestess initiation training coming up next year, 1st to 18th of March. And we're ready, our people are signing up, so if you want to come to Bali, it's a good time to sign up. You also have a super early bird now, and additionally you get the Devi temple included. This one was given to me by my sister Gayana. Like, so the blue I often wear when I feel like I want to bring in spaciousness into my life and accommodation of what is. This one was given by my dear student Lucilla. This one is a very special stone. I feel I'm invoking this magical. I often wear it for when I do SCX magic, connecting to this light being. Then this one was given also to me. This is the Ankh. It was given to me when I went to Egypt, and I love the Ankh. Like, it represents the yoni and the key of life. So this was given by me from a sister, and the 3 other sisters, they also have it. So it's kind of a sisterhood and initiation into Egypt. And this one, Saraswati, this one was given to me by Angelina, my student, many years ago when we were in India. So we have so many. This one was given to me by Dee, my dear student and friend and sacred sister, on my birthday. And so this represents the phoenix, the transformation and the fire. I need fire. This was given by my dear friend Mario, beautiful fox ring. I want to bring in my foxiness and cheekiness. So you see, and then this one was given by me by Joseph, my dear friend, who was my previous partner. And so, like, all these items, like, one can say, okay, it's all unnecessary. And yes, from one standpoint, it's all unnecessary. And it's important to also be able to be without all these things. Like, there was a time I had barely no jewelry. There was a time when I gave everything away that I had. When I moved to Bali in 2009, I moved to Bali and I was on a mission. Like, I was an Odissi dancer at that time, Indian classical temple dancer. And I was so grateful to finally do what I love to do, what I wanted to do all my life, which was dancing. I thought I could never be a dancer because in Switzerland, you don't become a dancer. So I really made up for that desire, that dream to become a dancer. And then I actually went to India and studied for 1 year and danced 8 hours a day or 6 hours a day Odissi dance, and it was very healing for me to do that. But at the same time, I finally was a dancer, but I was still not happy with myself. I was still comparing myself to the other dancers and, you know, doing Odissi dance at a late age, which was not that late. I was in my 20s, early 20s, but in India people do this when they're 3 years old. So there was no really a chance for me to like compete in the dancing world. And anyway, I wasn't dancing in order to compete. I was dancing because I love dancing, and it was a prayer for me to connect to God. So I noticed, like, I finally am a dancer, but I was still suffering and in so much pain. I couldn't accept myself. And so I told God, like, if there's something like moksha and liberation, and I was even dancing the dance, which is called moksha, like one of the dances was called moksha, freedom. And so I could see it there, like it's there, but what is freedom? And so I would offer my dance and really ask for a teacher to come into my life, and I would offer every single dance that I was dancing in the temples. I had the privilege to dance in the temples of Bali because I trained a group of 8 students, like Balinese and Indonesian kids. I went to the ashram in Bali and lived there for a while and taught the kids there, and then we became like a group. And I invited my teacher, my Odissi dance teacher from India, Sudhansu, to Bali, and then he trained us as a group. And then for 3 months we danced in many, many temples in Bali. And it was, again, a dream come true to really dance in the temples as an offering to God, Goddess. And we even went to Malaysia. We were invited to Malaysia. And so I remember like the last Shiva Tandava. Shiva Tandava is the dance of creation and destruction of Shiva. And it was really one of those dances where the dance and the dancer become one. Like this non-dual experience, which was exquisite, but at the same time, like I only could reach these states in the dance, and I didn't want to just reach these states in the dance. I wanted to know myself free at all times. And so I said, if there's something like freedom, please, I want that. And then after those months, I found my teacher, my Vedanta teacher, my guru. And that was the day where I basically dedicated my whole life then to the Vedantic teachings that reveal the nature of the self as limitless. And at that time, I actually, so before I met my teacher, like I made this vow to the universe. I said, I'm just going to dance, and all I want is freedom, and I'm going to give everything away, and that is not serving me. I'm ready to give everything away that is keeping me from the truth. And so symbolically, I took a whole luggage, and I put everything I had in that luggage, except a few clothes, because I still needed some clothes. And I put all my clothes and all my jewelry that I had. It was really a big suitcase, and I brought it to Bhumi Sehat. Bhumi Sehat is a natural birthing clinic, and they have lots of Balinese women that come and give birth there, and then they distribute clothes. It's all by donation. It's a clinic that we also, in Devi School, we support, Bhumi Sehat. And it's a beautiful, incredible project that supports thousands of women to give birth. And so I gave this luggage away with all my clothes and almost all my clothes and jewelry. And then, truth be told, my teacher came. My teacher came. And actually recently did that again. Like my teacher came in 2009 to me. Now it's 2024. And I had another big shedding skin ritual recently, where I also was another part of me. I'm so ready to let the old die in order to fully embrace who I am and who I'm meant to be in this world. So this is very powerful. And we're also going to do the shedding of the skin ritual in my immersion. That's called Nectar of You, that I'm hosting this year in Portugal, 7 days, where we're going to really embrace our playfulness and these different archetypes and flavors of our life, but also letting go of the old, like dying to the old so that the new can be burst. Because the new cannot fully be burst and emerge unless you're ready to die. Metaphorically, not literally. So basically, like there was a time where it was very important to give all these ornaments away and just be in the simplicity of my own being. That's a value which we call Tyaga Buddhi, the value, the attitude of Tyaga, of giving things away. But not out of pain, or I mean there was pain involved, but not out of like hate or, and even if that's there, that's also okay. But it's really like I give it up because I want something from the universe. I want more than this. I want the infinite. I want wholeness, whatever it is that you want. And that's a very powerful sadhana, spiritual practice to do. So, like I'm introducing all these like ornaments that now are given to me, and I often also have the value that I have something, I wear it, I put it on my altar, and then often I also pass it on to my friends and students. So, like for things to come and go, it's a beautiful practice, sadhana, to let things come and really say, welcome, come, like when it's given to you, but also to be able to say, well, go, like to be able to let things go. So it's a constant sadhana to do that. receiving and giving and receiving and giving and seeing where I receive maybe too much, where I take too much, and seeing where do I give too much. Like often women, we give too much. So this balance of giving and receiving, it's this ongoing refinement. So this was my sharing today on ornaments and jewelry of the initiation step number 16. In this, I adorn this body, your upadhi, this beautiful body temple. I adorn this body temple to bring out the sacred beauty that I am. This can be a prayer that you can say when you adorn yourself. Or this actually was given by my brother on my 40th birthday last year. So then you say, I adorn this body temple to bring out the sacred beauty that I am. You can also say, I adorn this body temple with this crystal to remember the sacred that I am. I adorn this body temple with the phoenix in order to bring out the fearlessness in me. I put this necklace with Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge, around my neck so that knowledge is in my heart, and that I do everything from wisdom. So whatever ornament you put on, you can say this little prayer, invoking what you want to invoke or bring out in you. And so you adorn yourself with love and care this moment. And then the mantra that goes with it is, you can repeat after me, Om, Om, Abharanam, Abharanam. So you have a long A at the beginning, A, the jaw drops, and then Bakara. There's a little bit of a puff in your heart and in your solar plexus. Ba, 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 ba. Notice if you're tense somewhere, take a moment to maybe move the neck so that you can be relaxed and have your spine straight. Sama griva shira shariraha. Sama means equal, griva neck, sharira body, shiraha means body, no, sharira means body, shiraha means head. So sama griva shira shariraha. Take a deep breath. Tiger's mouth, Vyagrimukham. In Sanskrit, we're invoking the tigress or tiger mouse. Playful mouth, huh? And then Om Abharanam, Om Abharanam, Samarpayami, Samarpayami. Sa is always also strong, aspirate. Om Abharanam Samarpayami, Om Abharanam Samarpayami, Om Abharanam Samarpayami. And then, like, as you put it on, Om Abharanam Samarpayami. And then you wear all your things. Om Abharanam Samarpayami. 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 And take a moment. And as you feel all these ornaments on your body that are just bringing out the goddess that you are, the sacredness, bringing out the sacred beauty. And then you can take this a step further, which you see the whole universe as your ornament. think the moon is your ornament, and the sun is your ornament, and Jupiter and Saturn and Mars and Venus, and all the stars are your ornament, and the Milky Way is your ornament, and the trees are your ornament, the oceans, the lakes, the grass, they're all your sacred ornaments, bringing out the fullness of your existence. All that is here is fullness, Purnam. Just see how full this world is. It's so full. Yeah. So if I feel lonely, like hold that part in you that feels lonely, and that's your inner child, that little one that feels abandoned or not loved. And then you hold that little one in the embrace of Hanumān. Like you ask that little one, what do you need? Maybe it tells you, I want to sing, I want to dance. Then you can sing, Vira Maruti Gambhira Maruti. Like you invoke Hanumān to be with the part that feels lonely, and you start to sing and do the mudra. Vira Maruti Gambhira Maruti. Vira Maruti Gambhira Maruti. Bhakta Maruti Parama Bhakta Maruti. And then the loneliness, like the part that feels lonely, can start to melt, it feels held. And then you bring in your knowledge, the knowledge of the Veda, which then becomes your knowledge. You're never alone. It's so full. It's so full. It's so full. You just open your eyes and couldn't be any fuller. Alone. Like, what does the word alone actually mean? It means all, one. Like alone, all, one. All is one. You're never alone. You're always one with all beings. So, when you forget, Vira Maruti Gambhira Maruti, Vira Maruti Gambhira Maruti, Bhakta Maruti Parama Bhakta Maruti, Bhakta Maruti Parama Bhakta Maruti. And then you wear the whole universe as your ornament. Om Abharanam Sama. Om. Thank you. So this is it, the life for today. Congratulations to your initiation to step number 16. Tomorrow, if we wake up, Guru Purnima, please join me for Dharma and SCX Magic. You can sign up. I do ask for a little contribution. It's a full day that I'm going to share lots of jewels, and it would be wonderful to spend that with you. You also get the replay if you cannot make it live. And we will meet if we wake up for the 17th step of our 36-day Ritualize Your Life. Thank you, everyone. So nice to be here with you. Thank you, Erin, Theo, Rika, Christine, Philippa, Nicolo. So nice. Theo. Thank you, everyone. Much love. Hanumān ki jai. Oh.